Hello, this is about Safer Life, and part of being an affiliate, we're gonna create a little story today. And my story is actually not a human story because I love power animals that tell a story that may be able to touch us beyond our mind, beyond our mindsets, beyond our conditions and restrictions. So today I want to share with you a story from a very dear friend of mine. Her name is Mettle, and Mettle is a sloth. So I will make sure that you see the sloth that Ceci painted a while back now, but this is Mettle. So what happened to Mettle? The moment Mettle was born, she wasn't a happy girl. In a way, she felt punished by being separated from her mom's womb. And anything that happened, anything they showed her, she just couldn't appreciate. She would complain, she would punish people, she would judge others, she would feel like a failure. And this is interesting because maybe you can feel that too. She felt totally alone. She had family, she had a whole group here of Sloth and her parents and brothers and sisters, and yet she didn't feel connected to anyone. Instead, whenever they inspired her and said, "Come on, it's so exciting. We have all this ecosystem living in us. And oh, look at this. We are all one. Look at this harmony." She said, "Yeah, right. I don't feel it. I don't get it. What is it that you guys are so excited about? I just feel alone." And inside, she didn't feel loved. Not because she wasn't loved, but because she had this maybe trauma of being disconnected, of being separated. And she felt, even though others didn't feel the same, she felt she was a failure. She took responsibility for things that weren't really hers. So when they tried to excite her about hanging on a tree, because now you get really strong. And you know, when you hold a sloth, they're really compact. It's quite exciting. Of course, hanging all the time on a tree, you can imagine. So she just couldn't get it. She couldn't like it. She even fell from the trees. And she always felt also that she let others down. And although her family tried to encourage her and told her, "Don't do this and don't do that, maybe then it gets better." But anytime they did that out of love, it got worse. So one day when she was old enough, they said, "Come on, we are not just living in the trees and walking a little bit on the ground. We're not just finding food and live in harmony with the ecosystem. We actually swim." And she was curious about that. For the first time, maybe a little bit excited. So the whole bunch went to the little river. And they went into the water. Sloth doesn't really need to learn how to swim because it's natural to them. And it's funny because for the first time she felt she was in her element. She felt the water, the flow, the gentle draft of the water, and she felt she wasn't alone. She almost felt like the water was caressing her, and it was naturally to float and to swim. And actually, the fastest sloths are, in reality, is when they swim. And so they were swimming and all having a lot of fun. And for the first time, she became present to the harmony, to everything. For the first time, she felt, this is what I can do. I am not lost. I am not separated. And for the first time, she truly enjoyed being with her family and the brothers and sisters and the group. And then they invited her to dive. And then the magic really happened. Because again, it was so natural for her. She held her breath and she let go. And in that holding the breath and going within the water of the river, she released and she let go all of her inadequacies, all her concepts of self. The longer she held the breath, the more it just went away. She felt connected, and in a way that it couldn't change anymore, because she was connected to her heart. There was no way back, and she was so present in the moment to understand that. She let go of all the limitations, of the constrictions, of the complaints, of the suffering, of the victim. The more she held her breath, the more went away. The more she connected to her heart, the easier it became. And of course, when they came out, they found a totally new Mettle. She never went back to the old Mettle, because she had met herself within, in her inner peace, in her inner passion. It was aligned. She could see the magic in harmony, in the ecosystem, in her body, in the trees. And just like Mettle, we can have this experience if we are ready. Maybe for you it's not diving in the waters and holding your breath, but there is a way for all of us to connect within, to that what I have just created, carpet 2, the enjoyment, the claiming, and the sizing of that divine you that lives within us, that is in the heart. And really, when we allow it, we all have access. So yes, let's save lives, because every life is precious. We have come for this life to share the love. We have come for this life to remember who we truly are, to share our passion, our dream, and our gifts. Are you ready to step in to your magic, share your passion, your gifts, align it, and find a way to make your dream alive for all of us? Thanks for being here today. So much love. Let me know how Mettle and her story resonates with you. See you soon. From my heart to yours.